which is making a big comeback.
Yeah, first, though, from cult TV success in Channel 4's Spaced to a film career spent battling zombies in small-town Britain, Simon Pegg's career has now taken off in Tinseltown.
In his new film, he plays an unlikely romantic comedy hero, and earlier this week, Fern and I caught up with him on was talking about what it's like to be an Englishman in New York.
This is my city. This is my building. This is my lobby. These are my models. This is my workplace. And this is my boss.
Brilliant. And Simon Pegg is here now. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Jeff was about to swear then. I was wondering if you were going to play it through, but well done for
Oh, just keep that running a bit longer then, shall we? So there must be times, or are there times, when you pinch yourself and think, what is happening to me?
There are times when I pinch myself and I don't think that.
Yeah.
Yes, all the time. It's quite weird and never not surprising. Because it's all your fault, Philip, to be honest.
Really? Why is that?
Because you gave Edgar Wright, the director of Shaun of the Dead, his first video camera on Going Live in the 80s. And thus started his film career.
You're joking.
No, it's true.
Wow! What, did he win it in a prize?
He won a competition, a filmmaking competition, a comic relief filmmaking competition. And it was a little animation with red noses, and he won and was presented by you with his first video camera on Going Live.
Well, that's extraordinary.
Isn't that amazing?
Well, what a brilliant story.
Amazing.
I've been dying to say that for ages.
Well, I'm glad you did. So what sort of a percentage do I get?
50, straight down the middle.
Oh, lovely. That's perfect. So this one now, which you can thank me for,
yes, thank you very
the
much.
continuation of your glittering career, is loosely based on the story of a guy called Toby Young.
That's right.
Now, I didn't really know very much about Toby Young, so could you explain who he is?
Toby's a journalist who started the Modern Review with Julie Burchill and Cosmo Landesman, and a magazine that was famously about sort of saying that low culture was as important as Shakespeare. And but he eventually got asked to go and work for Vanity Fair in New York, and he went over there thinking he was going to sort of shake it up and be a bit kind of, you know, British and radical, and just made a fool of himself at every single turn. And he wrote a memoir about it, which then became very successful, and now the film has been made of the book. So from being a complete failure, a professional failure, he now has a film made kind of his life. Although I don't really play him, I play Sidney Young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fictionalised.
So Toby Young becomes Sidney Young.
Yes, it meant we could play with the truth a bit. And, you know,
And did he come on the set? And did he try
Toby?
and... Yes.
He did come on set a couple of times, but he would get very anxious about wanting to get involved, and he phoned the director, Bob Whitey, and said, I feel really bad when I'm on set because I want to get involved. And Bob said, well, then don't come on. And then he didn't come on again, so, you know.
It's just wonderful, and that's when Philip was saying, you must pinch yourself to think, am I here? And Jeff Bridges saying to you, have you ever played, what are the drums called?
The tablas. He did, yes.
You play the tablas?
He's like the character in The Big Lebowski, Jeff. He's kind of like that laid back, and he said, hey, man, do you play tabla? And I was like, what? He said, come to my trailer. So I went into his trailer, and we played... He taught me how to play these drums. So I was beavering away, sort of getting that nice brrr, you know, the bendy noise. And I heard a guitar start, and I looked round, and Jeff was just playing along on his guitar. And I was just thinking, what? How did I possibly arrive here? This is quite strange.
Yes.
Well, you were doing very well in that. You seem to bring out the best in people in that world. So you obviously doing your jamming with Jeff Bridges, and Kirsten Dunst is bringing tea into your trailer, and you're sitting down and having tea with her. And then Tandy Newton, who who's been here, actually, we adored her. She was absolutely lovely. Not what you were expecting, and turns out to be something of a practical joker.
She was, on Run Fat Boy Run. She was on at me all the time. I think she thought because she was coming onto a comedy, she'd just done Crash, she'd just done a brilliant performance in a very serious film. She thought, oh, I better be a bit crazy. So she started, like, leaving fake poo in my trailer and stuff in the toilet so that the facilities guys would come in and find it, like I hadn't flushed, and putting soiled underwear on the floor. She sewed up the arms and neck of my jumper. So I was trying to get my jumper on at the end of the day, and I'm like, why can't I get this on? The best one she did was, like, 6 months later, I was doing my junket for the film. I reached down for a glass of water to take a sip. It was neat vodka. And so I got another bottle. She'd replaced 5 bottles or something with neat vodka in my room. So every time I took a sip, I was drinking vodka.
So she's either a fabulous practical joker or psychotic.
She's both, I think. I would hazard a guess.
And these are, as we were saying just before you sat down, though, that these are the sort of, I think, the last normal months of your life, really. Because is it next May that the Star Trek movie comes out?
Yes, May, yes. Then.
And so this is the, it was a great idea. This is the Star Trek crew before we met them in the 60s, in sort of in their
It's
training.
a return to the original characters. I'm so gagged on this. We've all signed things that when we were actually on set, we couldn't show our costumes outside our trailers because they were worried about rooftop photographers.
Yeah.
So we had to go wear cloaks out of the trailer into a covered golf wagon, which was then driven to a covered tunnel, which would lead into the sound stages at Paramount in LA.
Wow.
And it was like secret. So I'm not allowed to divulge any plot, but that is
no.
What can you tell us?
I'm playing Scotty.
Right,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Wow,
And
so this is Scotty as a young boy in Star Trek
University. It's kind of the same sort of era, yeah. And in the... My wife is Scottish, so I was able to have her as a voice coach on set, which was great.
And how was I
can't do it. This is the weird thing, is I can't even do the accent, because it would say... There's a clip of me on YouTube doing a sketch from Big Train, which is a show we did a while ago, as a Scot, as like a Braveheart sketch.
Yeah.
And there are comments underneath it that say, "This is his Scottish accent, this is it!" You know, this is what it sounds like.
So even the Scottish accent is under wraps?
I know, it's crazy.
No, I like that.
Are
That's
you
good.
beard or no beard?
I'm no beard. Oh,
Ah!
there you go.
Done.
You got it out of me. Dang it.
So how is life for you now? I mean, you know, you always look as if you're feet on the ground, good English boy. Have you turned into actually a bit of an LA dude?
No, I don't think so. I try and come home as much as I can. I was there Monday, and I had to come back. I flew out Sunday, was there Monday, came back Tuesday.
Well, that's pretty hot stuff,
Which is
isn't it?
crazy, but only for press. But you can go out and you can work there, but you don't have to live there unless you do like TV. They have that. There's amazing television shows over there, like The Wire, and like Hugh Laurie's doing great over there in House. I mean, he has to live there because he works there on a daily basis. I do a film there once a year or so, so you can just go and come back. I love my home, and I don't really want to leave. I don't want to stop making films here because we've got such a great film industry. We've got such great technicians and actors. I think it's important to keep generating cinema in this country. But I'm not averse to going over now and again and, you know, having a play in space.
Well, it's lovely to have somebody who flies the flag for our industry
well, yeah,
as
we've
well.
got a good industry, you know.
Yeah, good. Well done.
So How to Lose Friends and Alienate People is out tomorrow.
Yes, very
Certificate
excited.
15.
Thank
Are
you
you
very
going to be
much
on the
for
red carpet?
We've had our premiere, actually, last week, which was very exciting. Except all the girls couldn't be there, because, like, Kirsten's doing a documentary in New York, and Megan... Gillian was there, pregnant as you like. 8.5 months, looking splendid on the red carpet.
Fantastic.
Very good.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you very much.
Simon, good luck.
Nice to be
Lovely
here.
to see you. Yeah, brilliant. He's a nice guy.
nice
Very
chap,
good.
isn't he?
Very. Can't wait for that film. His life is going to be, well, I say wrecked because I think he might enjoy it. And you can always retire on the Star Trek conventions that go around the world. But he now, of course, now he's part of... It's like Doctor Who, but worse. When you get... Just suddenly you become involved with the Trekkies, and the Trekkies are after you, want to know everything. You know,
They're serious stuff, the Trekkies. You
Yeah,
get in with
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I love
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact he can't even give you a little sneak of his Scottish accent.
No, that's the...
Ruin that.
Yeah.
You'll ruin the film if he tells you about
How
that.
can Scotty... He's called Scotty. How can he be anything other than Scottish? Hi.
All right.